So I must say that when you are talking with a stranger, so what happens? People start hesitating and they start overthinking. Especially if I talk about the learners who learn English. So first of all, we need to keep ourselves calm, and there also we need to just think about that person. First, try to know about that person, and if you want to continue the conversation, so continue the conversation regarding that person's occupation, and you can ask questions related to this. In that way you will hold the conversation for a long time. And if you are a bit hesitate and you don't know about that stream, let's suppose that if a person is a banker, I don't know about how this what are the works that people do and how they deal with their daily routine and all the things. So what I'll do, I'll start talking about the general things, about the weather, the food, and the most I can say that the things that I'll start asking about that person's liking and dislikings. So in that way we can start the conversation. And here if I talk about the things that we need to keep in our mind, that don't hesitate and don't rush. Okay, so how is your day so far?
Well, my day was so far so good. There's no complaint at all. Thanks for your concern. How about your side? How was your day so far?
My day is going good so far, and today is Monday, so I observe a fast. So let's see how things take shape. So yeah, before we dive into the conversation, please let me know about yourself.
Sure, ma'am. Well, my name is Shiv, and I was born and raised in Uttarakhand, northern part of India, of very beautiful state. I hope you heard about it.
Yeah.
And talking about my profession, I'm working as a government employee. And as far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. In addition to this, I do teach English on my WhatsApp and Telegram group as an unofficial English trainer. And alongside, I run my own YouTube channel by the name of English with Teacher Shiv, where I upload spoken English content at the same time one-on-one conversational videos as I'm having with you right now. So that's pretty much about me.
Okay, it's great learning about you. I must say you have a lot on your plate every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me introduce myself. I'm Seema. I come from Rajasthan, but currently I live in Gujarat. I'm married and blessed with two kids. And if I talk about my qualifications, so I have done my graduation. After completing my graduation, I moved to this city and where I had to discontinue my education. And I have been teaching this language more than 1.5 years. And yes, that's all about me. Yeah.
That's really
Okay.
good. Since I'm very fortunate that you are a teacher, so today I have a great opportunity to learn plenty of things from your end.
Okay. Likewise, I'm also thinking the same because when I came to know that teacher Shiv will gonna join me, so I was also excited because I also love this profession. That's why I'm here. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that is reflecting in your face.
thank you. Okay, so may I know how long have you been teaching?
Well, man, it's been more than 4.5 years I have been speaking English, and it's been around 1.5 years I have been teaching unofficially because I'm not a certified, qualified, and expert teacher like you. I have just started teaching. I'm teaching because I have some intuition, and I believe that when you start teaching others, somewhere you teach yourself as well.
Yes.
So the more you impart your knowledge with people, the better you have opportunity to improve yourself. And that's what exactly I'm doing these days.
I totally agree with you, because what I feel that when you start teaching, you grow more than a student, because you are accountable for each and everything. So you take it as a responsibility that now you are a teacher and you have to be accurate. You should be ready for all the questions that anyone can ask you anytime. Yes. So there
Agreed.
we, yeah. So there we uh, proceed to be an accountable teacher, and a responsible person, that you are a teacher, because in our society we see a teacher is a very respected person. Yes.
True.
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 Okay, so we have a topic today, so would you like to go with the topic, or you want to have the general conversation?
Well, actually, since this is the very first time I'm talking to talking to you, and you are just like a stranger for me. So I want to talk about this only. For
Okay.
example, if you get a chance to talk with a stranger,
Mm-hmm.
someone to whom you are not acquainted with and you are not familiar with him or her, irrespective of gender, so what are the points one has to keep in accounting to make that conversation fruitful and unforgettable? What do you think?
Okay, that's an interesting question, I must say. And this question may help many learners who always hesitate to connect with strangers. Okay, so I must say that when you are talking with a stranger, so what happens? People start hesitating and they start overthinking, especially if I talk about the learners who learn English. So, first of all, we need to keep ourselves calm, and there also we need to just think about that person first. Try to know about that person, and if you want to continue the conversation, so continue the conversation regarding that person's occupation, and you can ask questions related to this. In that way you will hold the conversation for a long time. And if you are a bit hesitate and you don't know about that stream, let's suppose that if a person is a banker, I don't know about how this what are the works that people do and how they deal with their daily routine and all the things. So what I'll do, I'll start talking about the general things, about the weather, the food, and the most I can say that the things that I'll start asking about that person's liking and dislikings. So in that way we can start the conversation. And here if I talk about the things that we need to keep in our mind, that don't hesitate and don't rush. Sometimes people start rushing. Okay, they don't even let the person complete the question or answer. They start answering and questioning again and again. So these are the things we can keep in our mind while having a conversation. So yeah, these are the points from my side. You can also add the points if you have anything.
Well, before I start something talking about this, I must appreciate you the way you started explaining the tiny concept about the question which I've asked you. That's literally fabulous and incredible. And the points that you have expounded, those points are so amazing and captivating. Thanks. Thanks for
Oh,
enlightening me.
thank you so much for your words. Okay.
And talking about my perspective towards my own topic, which I have given to you, I believe when it comes to stranger, okay, fine, they are stranger, but ultimately they both are humans,
Hmm.
human being, right? So humanity should be there. You have to understand what kind of etiquette I need to follow. What are my manners? I should be decent, I should be nice, I should be civilized, I shouldn't forget my culture, where I come from, my upbringing, whatever I have learned throughout my life since my childhood from my elders, from my parents, from my teachers, people around live, right?
Right.
It includes your polite greeting. First, you have to greet well, right? Ask him or her about his or her day. Then ask about the health. Everything is fine, right? Then you can start the conversation. Secondly, very important point, you need to understand that the conversation which is about to start between you, is it a formal or informal conversation? Accordingly, you have to behave. If you are into a informal conversation, so you do have some liberty to have that conversation in terms of using your vocabulary, in terms of language, in terms of slangs, and so many other things.
Yeah.
But in case if it is a formal conversation, you have to be very mindful about your language, the words that you are about to use, your expressions, and every single thing, right? Third thing, you just need to understand, never ever try to ask any personal question to anyone at your first meeting. That is out of courtesy, what I believe. Just select a topic where both of you are mutually ready to talk about and both of you are comfortable with, right? Start from there and gradually and slowly you can move to the some other topic as well. It depends on the conversation which is going on, right?
Yeah.
And fourth point is try to ask some open-ended question. Let him speak more and you have to listen. Make sure when he is listening, when he is speaking, you are listening actively. It's not he is talking about you, he's talking to you, and you are here and there you are just like, right?
Mhm.
It gives a very negative impression to him that
True.
maybe whatever I'm talking to him, he is not interested at all, so I shouldn't speak that much, and I should keep my conversation as short as I can. Then there
Yeah.
is no fun at all to have this kind of conversation. So if body is there, so mind should be there. It's not like physically you are present and mentally you are thinking about your girlfriend or your wife and your kids and all, then there is no sense, right?
Yeah.
Next one is I believe that you need to understand the art of immersion. So when I'm saying this particular terminology, immersion, what does it mean? It simply means try to dive yourself into the conversation. Put your emotions and feelings, right? If
Yeah.
topic is going on something where you have to be a bit serious, you can show your sympathy as well, right? So let him realize that you are as interested as in that conversation he is taking interest on it to tell you everything about him, right? So
Yeah.
then only he would find some interest in order to continue the conversation the way both of you have decided initially. Now, be positive, which simply means try to talk about some positive things. Sometimes what happens that conversation goes in some other way, but then there is no point if you're saying something wrong or something which you are not agree with. That time you shouldn't lose your temper and don't become angry on it. Control your angerness for a moment because that's your first conversation. It should not be spoiled just because of your some basic principle and commitments that you have set for yourself. You can be a person who can compromise to some extent, right?
Yeah.
And last but not least, make sure your tonality, rate of speech, pauses, vocabulary that you are using means choosing of vocabs or words and your thoughts, everything should be up to the mark where when he is speaking, when you are speaking, he is understanding to you. It's not like he is talking about something and you're not getting and you're just ha 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 and suddenly if he would ask a cross question whatever he has said and then you would be blank, then there is no point at all, right? So I in nutshell, let make it quite short. In nutshell, I would say conversations should be like that where he is interested to have that kind of conversation with you again and again. It should be an unforgettable moment for you. It should be a memory for both of you that I met someone there at that place, and that was amazing day, and I had a very interesting and lovely conversation with him. So that's what I would say. You can also add some other points that you have in your mind.
Okay, I must say you have elaborated it very well, and every minute detail you have already added. So I don't think that I'm left with anything because you have already done your work, and I must say you have done it in a very well. So as we are nearing the end of the session, so if you have any question, any doubt, any query, you can ask me. Let me know if you have anything.
Only one doubt.
Okay.
For example, you are in that conversation.
Hmm.
He said something that you are not agree with.
Hmm.
How can you show your disagreement to that level of politeness where he is not finding that disagreement offended for himself, and he has the same level of respect which he has started? He is not feeling bad about you just because you are not agree with him. How will you show your disagreement in a polite way? What are the ways?
Okay, I simply let the person know that is, yes, I respect your views, I respect your thoughts, but somewhere I have my own thoughts, I have my own perspective. That doesn't mean that I don't respect your views, but somewhere as we are human being, we have our own mind, and that really works very well. So I can have my different perspective. So if that person is mature enough, that person would definitely understand it. And if that person isn't mature enough, so no matter how polite words I'm going to use, that person will not understand that. I personally feel that. And I personally feel that if I have some set of rules for myself, how I'm going to live my life, how I'm going to portray myself, so that doesn't mean that the person who has different views and different set of rules, that doesn't mean that I should look down that person. So we should respect each other, and if we disagree on any point or anything else, so we should respect the person. Disrespect the view, that's totally fine, but don't disrespect the person. That's what I can say only.
Amazing. That's great.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing your profound insight and the answer that you have put forward. That's really great. And I'm being for quite fortunate in order to get answers from your side for this question, because there are so many people and they do have the same doubt, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, if there is anything, then you can ask. Otherwise, as you have said already, that we are about to wrap up the session, so we can just wind up it.
Okay, so I have no question, but I'm feeling great that you joined here and we had a great conversation, because I also love to connect with people who are really inquisitive and want to grow in their life and keen learners. So it was really amazing, and this is gonna be a memorable session for me. So thank you for that, and I hope we will meet soon.
Feeling is mutual, ma'am. Genuinely speaking, feeling is mutual.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the same. It was a really informative, knowledgeable, and constructive session. Well organized. The way you gave answers, I really like it. And I'm fortunate enough, as I said before, I have learned some sort of things from this conversation that I'm going to incorporate in my upcoming days. So thank you for enlightening me with your vast knowledge and experience which you have accumulated so far in terms of teaching, in terms of imparting your knowledge with different students, and giving your precious time. So thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great day ahead,
Okay.
and looking forward to have another amazing and awesome conversation in the future.
Okay, same here. See you soon. Bye. Take care.
Bye bye. Yeah. Bye bye.